Did you know that Matatus don't just control 70% of public transport, but they also contribute over 200 billion shillings to the economy every year and provide direct and indirect employment to over 1 million people? In this video, we'll uncover the fascinating evolution of Matatus from their early beginnings to their current status as economic giants. We'll explore the incredible customization details and costs that turn these vehicles into moving pieces of art, dive into the lively Matatu culture, and examine the business side of owning and operating a Matatu. Be sure to like and subscribe, and without any further ado, let's get started. The journey of public transport in Kenya began in the colonial era. In 1934, the Overseas Transport Company of London (OTC) introduced 13 buses operating 12 routes, marking the beginning of what would become the Kenya bus service. With Kenya's independence in 1963, Nairobi experienced significant growth. The lifting of movement restrictions led to a surge in rural to urban migration as people moved to the city seeking better opportunities. This rapid population growth, particularly in areas like Eastlands, overwhelmed the existing transport infrastructure. During the colonial era, Nairobi was divided along racial lines, with Europeans in the west and Asians in the south receiving better services compared to the Africans in the east. KBS, the primary public transport provider, focused its resources on serving these more affluent areas, leaving Eastlands underserved. As demand outpaced the service capacity, some well-connected individuals began operating private vehicles as Matatus in these neglected areas. It was illegal, but they bribed the cops, a theme that is still common today. In 1973, the government, recognizing the necessity of these informal minibuses, legalized Matatus under President Jomo Kenyatta's administration. The introduction of the Transport Licensing Board (TLB) and PSV licensing aimed to regulate and standardize Matatu operations. Unlike KBS's rigid schedules and timetables, Matatus offered flexibility with pickup time and stop points, quickly becoming the preferred choice for many Kenyans. In 1986, the government attempted to improve public transport with the introduction of Nyao buses. Despite the initial promise, the service struggled with inefficiencies and corruption, eventually leading to its decline. The deregulation of the commuter service sector in 1991 marked a new phase, as more Kenyans started to import second-hand 14-seater minivans, which became prevalent, intensifying competition with KBS. Stagecoach, a prominent London transport company, entered the Kenyan market in 1991 by acquiring a 95% stake in Kenya Bus Services. However, the company faced significant challenges, including fierce competition from Matatus, regulatory hurdles, and operational difficulties. By 1998, Stagecoach exited the market, selling its shares to local investors who renamed the company back to Kenya Bus Services Limited. Despite these changes, the 14-seater Matatus continue to dominate public transport, ushering in a new era. Their flexibility and evolving dynamics of the transport sector led to significant shifts in how public transport was managed and operated, with Matatus setting the standard for adaptability as the new KBS started operating like Matatus.
Ni kitu cha maana. It has been known all over the world that this thing saves life.
In the early 2000s, John Mishuki, the then Minister of Transport, implemented strict regulations to bring order to the chaotic Matatu industry. Measures included mandatory yellow lines on Matatus, wearing uniform for drivers and conductors, installing seatbelts and speed governance. These changes faced initial resistance but were crucial in improving safety and organization within the industry.
Chaos on the roads vanished, giving way to incredible order.
As the years went by, the industry saw a transition from the 14-seater Matatus to larger 33-seater versions, which are considered the sweet spot in terms of efficiency and passenger capacity. This shift was driven by the need for more efficient transport operations and the increasing demand for public transport services, and was endorsed by the government. The Matatu culture in Kenya transcends mere transportation. It's a vibrant way of life. These minibuses are flamboyantly decorated with vivid colors, graffiti, and portraits of celebrities or political figures. Inside, they play loud, energetic music, creating a lively atmosphere for passengers. The culture is so significant that events like Nganya Awards celebrate the most pimped-out Matatus, and popular bloggers like Matatu Culture, with tens of thousands of followers, showcase the latest trends in the industry. Additionally, some people even hire Matatus for road trips out of the city, highlighting the versatility and creativity of their operators. However, not all commuters are fans of the loud and flashy Matatus. Some prefer more subdued and straightforward options like Super Metro, which offer a quieter and more comfortable ride. This diversity in preference shows the adaptability and broad appeal of the Matatu industry, catering to different tastes and needs. Entering the Matatu business can be lucrative but requires a substantial initial investment. A new standard Matatu costs between 6.5 million shillings and 7 million shillings. Customization can increase the costs all the way up to 10 million shillings, especially for those with extensive features like over 20 screens inside. Such customization can take up to 8 months if all the funds are readily available, adding another layer to the investment process. Operating a Matatu involves mandatory membership in a SACCO, which helps manage operations, reduce costs, and improves service efficiency. Starting a SACCO requires registering at least 30 vehicles, but joining an existing one is often easier. Costs to join a SACCO include the SACCO registration of about 5,000, share capital 10,000, processing fee 65,200, debenture fee 20,000, comprehensive insurance 55,000, third-party insurance 15,900, tracking device 25,000, and TLB transport licensing board fee 4,500. Daily earnings for Matatu can range from 5,000 to 12,000 after accounting for fuel, maintenance, and staff payments. Additional costs include daily remittances to the SACCO, which are around 1,400, and other operational expenses. Given these factors, it can take approximately 3 to 5 years to break even, depending on management efficiency, the chosen route, and the SACCO. Many veterans claim that the industry was more profitable around 2010. However, with current high cost of living and fuel, it might not be as lucrative.
Umeingia after do imeisha, si ndio? Lakini bado uko huko.
Yes. No, yani nasema ile do, unajua ukikompare yenye tuna answer hii na ilikuwa inaaniwa 2010, 2011 hapo huwezi compare.
Kenya is embracing sustainability with electric Matatus, with companies like Basigo leading the charge. These electric vehicles not only reduce emissions but also present new economic opportunities. They represent a significant shift in the industry, addressing environmental concerns and paving the way for a greener future. As we've seen, Matatus are more than just a means of transport. They are an integral part of Kenya's cultural and economic fabric. From their humble beginnings to their current roles as vibrant icons of public transport, Matatus continue to evolve and adapt to the needs of a growing city. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe for more content. Until the next one, I'm out. Cheers.